All right, so take two on this. For those of you that were watching Crowfall previously that so abruptly ended, Crowfall crashed, or let me just say my system crashed, and it crashed so hard it rebooted and I had to set everything back up again. And I don't know, I was obviously having some sort of video problems, and because I was having really low FPS and things just were not working very well. So that is, I just decided that we'll just cut right there with Crowfall and we'll move on to Eve. And so doing that now. All right. We've got a fleet up. And so if you'd like an invite to fleet, it looks like we got several people. Okay, so let me get people in here. So you can X up in the in-game chat channel called Moon Miners, and you can get an invite. And then once you're in, please move yourself to one of the squad leader positions so that you can help with accepting people in. That would be great. So, all right. Okay. So, I actually am still at this mega field that we were at yesterday. Do I not have any sound? No, I do. All right. So I'm still at this mega field that we were at yesterday, and I don't have all of my miners on, but I have some of them, and I am it's going to be a little bit different today. We got a couple things going on. One is you can join up in the fleet once you get into the fleet. We're post the location here. This is where we're starting at. There might be other locations. Anyway, I posted it in fleet for all of you who are in, and then we will we'll see what else we come up with. Also today, we're going to be doing a couple of things. One is I brought my 2 mining characters out of Wormhole space, and we're going to take them down into the mining area here. I'm going to show you my Wormhole setup that I've got on one of my ships. It's a Orca that is set up for mining operations and support operations of combat ships in Wormhole space. And then also we're going to work on scanning down Solitude, and not that we're going to be mining in Solitude, but that we are going to try and rescue 8 I think I have 8 ships up there, and so we're going to try and rescue those. So I'm going to be getting all the skiffs out, and for the goal that we're going to show how to do a proper skiff fleet or barge fleet, and that kind of thing. That won't happen today, but we're going to see if we can rescue the ships today. So is the reason why you don't have all of your miners on today? Well, I really have actually more mining characters than what maybe my systems can handle having online at one time. It's kind of strange how I ended up in that position, but I think I have 13 characters that can mine. And but I have a couple of them that are not, they're just sitting as alpha right now, even though they're fully trained. So anyway, we're I am out here mining so far, and this is Moon Goo that I'm on. It's Brimful Cosite. It is the highest value of the ubiquitous Moon Goos. Still not a super duper value, but this is 259,000. in the whole scale of things. So this is actually worth more than Veldspar. So, all right. Okay, let's start by showing off this guy right here. We're also going to do some. We are also today going to hopefully do some theory crafting of barges. And we'll see how much stuff we get through today. I actually probably put more stuff on the list of trying to do today than what's possible. But let's see here. So this right here looks like a normal orca, but it's not. So this orca is set up for operations in Wormhole space. And I have a couple of different setups that I do here. This is in the transport setup right now. And so with the transport setup, I have propulsion on it, micro warp drive, so I can get a 10-second warp. Otherwise I'm at 38 seconds to warp. It's got a little bit of tank on it, and it's got some shielding and a cloak, and then the probe launcher. I do carry in here some mobile depots and such, and so I can refit this once I get up into Wormhole space, or once I get up to the Wormhole. Having these shield boosters online and such is really good for if I were to get caught at a wormhole. And and then I also have part of my fit is a regular afterburner so that I can try and get back to a hole if necessary. Then also, while in Wormhole space, you also need some other remote rep stuff. And so I have remote hull repair and remote armor repair. They're just low-level ones. They don't need to be really strong. I don't use this in combat. I use this for repairing of other ships. Either ships that don't have remote armor or they're into hull. I also repair a lot of drones with it. And we will be getting into that portion of it. It's probably going to be next month that we'll get real heavy into Wormhole stuff. We'll do a little bit of it this month while we're focusing a lot on mining, and actually one of the main focuses in Wormhole space is mining as well, but it's different. It's mining of gas is probably the primary thing people would be going after. Also, I put in warp core stabilizers in Wormhole space too to try and keep from being scrammed. So this I need to see where I have some skiffs. So I also have some ships in here. What I've found is that so I have an ice ship, and I have two different gas ships. And what I found is that ice ship, I don't need it. Ice is not worth it out there. Ice only spawns in shattered wormholes, and in shattered wormholes you can't have a base, you can't have a station, and so it ends up being too high in the cubic meters volume to make it worth it. I could fill my whole orca here, and so if I completely filled all my space, I can get 250 blocks, and they're worth about 860,000 each. So that'd only be 215 million, which is not worth taking my orca through a wormhole to offload and coming back. The risk there, because this is a billion ISK on this ship, and it's very susceptible to being caught. So I'm probably going to end up dropping off this. I do, and then these that are for huffing gas as well, I don't know. I might drop them off as well, because what I found is that ventures really do the trick, and ventures cost so much less than these other ships. And if you lose one, it's kind of like, so what? And I successfully mined last Sunday. I successfully mined 700 million worth of gas in a single venture. I didn't take any losses either. And so it doesn't have to be one of these really expensive ships. These really expensive ships can get a little bit more volume quicker, but it doesn't have to be. And will I put this Orca fit on EWB? Yeah, I will. I'm not going to do that today, but because it's kind of a mess, it needs to be cleaned up, and it needs to be described in the couple of different roles that it has, because you need to change this as you go. And I have a lot of stuff in the fleet hangar here. I have a lot of supplies for ammo for different ships, and lots of cap boosters, which actually I have found out that I really didn't need very much. And some other scripts and mobile tractor units and extra drones, and then extra probe launchers and such. So it's very interesting. Anyway, let's see here. Let's see if I have any skiffs out here. No, I don't. All right. So that is fine then. I ended up that I went into a wormhole here that ended me up right next to Onamon, which I have a base of operations there. It was one jump away from Onamon, which is really awesome. So, okay, so I'm going to put this Stratios in here as well, and take that with me. Stratios is one that I use. That's combat and scanning, and this is actually PvP Stratios. So, I can't wait to show you this one sometime. This is, I named it Charlotte's Web. It's a dual web, 40K range on the web. It's for webbing freighters, and it happened to be out here, and I'm going to move it to where we're doing all these mining operations. So, okay. You find where I'm going to go here. It's going to be a long trip. So we'll get her out there and mining at the moment. And then we are going to be moving a character into Solitude today to start scanning all of the high-sec holes in there, because we have a bunch of we have a bunch of stuff to move out of there. Let's see here. This setup, you can see my local is really small and everything. It's because you really don't need a big window for local when you are in wormhole space. And I probably don't need this up right now. I don't need that up right now. All right.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so I have another character here as well. This is one of the Huffer ships. Doesn't that look sexy? That's actually a Venture. So, and which, by the way, we do have some giveaways up. So there is a couple of giveaways. So we have an Alpha Pack and a Meteor Pack we're giving away today, right here! Exclamation point giveaway. You can get in on that. We'll draw the Alpha Pack in about an hour, and then we'll draw the Meteor Pack around the end of the show. And then we also have these this Load Strike giveaway, which is an Orca skin, Procurer, and Skiff. And that's our monthly. You can get in on that as well. And so do that. This will be one of the fits that I put up. I have not put it up yet. It's very, very simple. 9.8 million. It doesn't have rigs. Doesn't have anything extra. It just has a little bit of propulsion. It has the cheapest cloak you can find, and 2 gas harvesters. And if you're alpha, you would skip the cloak, and you would put in the two the Tech 1 gas harvesters, and then F90 scanners in here with ECCM scripts to help make it hard to scan you down, which is the alpha cloak. So anyway, with this one, let me see if I have any skiffs out there. I think I do. I do. So, all right. And is that where I'm headed to? Yes. Okay, so we're going to go pick up that skiff, and I'm just going to leave this behind. We're going to pick up the skiff because we're going to be using that. And then here's the micro warp trick. You got to have a strong enough one. It's hard to get it fit right on an orca, but so that it'll do it in one cycle and launch it. And I forget, is this 8 seconds or is it 10? Ten seconds. 10 seconds on this. If you can do it with an afterburner, it can be 8. But afterburner actually takes 2 cycles to get that launched. So, Sagio, thank you for the follow. And Checker, just keep up the good work. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, so we're going to head to Jita, and we're going to pick up this ice skiff. Is micro warp drive and cloak trick working? Well, you wouldn't use a cloak
drive active
with the micro warp drive. You'd use it with the micro jump, but you I bet you could do that on an orca. It'd be kind of funky on the fit, though. Yeah, I think there'd be some finagling on the fit to get that to work.
warp drive active.
Saggio, glad to have you back.
Warp drive active.
Hey. So, once we get, I don't know. I wonder if this guy could autopilot. Probably don't want to autopilot him through Udema stuff, even in a skiff, even though skiff's really tanky. We do have another character here, which we're going to be taking up into Solitude. He's going to have some risk getting up in there. So...
Warp drive active.
Okay, Dev Helba, why do you gotta be an ass like that?
Dragons.
Warp drive active.
Do you think I'd go into somebody else's stream and tell them to go watch somebody else? Or, oh, no, wait, to tell them to go watch me? I think that's pretty cheap.
drive active.
A lot of times I'll just autopilot my orcas, but this one here, he's got other ships in him and stuff, and so this wouldn't be a good idea. What am I drinking? It would be Dr. Pepper.
Warp drive active.
Never figure out how scripts work? Well, scripts are used in some modules. They'll have little boxes up along them to show whether or not a script's been loaded. And you can right-click on them, look at the information, and then there'll be a tab in there that'll say what's used with it. And you can see what the scripts do and what their effects are on it. And then you can find the ones you're looking for. The channel to join the community is moonminers.com. No, Moonminers, the group in-game, moonminers.com. Wonder if somebody has that site. Probably.
Warp drive active.
What's the Cure? Yeah, the Cure ship that I was showing there a little bit ago. Its specialty is webbing at great distance. And so it's used for fast
Warp drive active.
warping of freighters. So
Docking permission requested.
Hello, Legacy.
Docking request accepted.
okay, so this ship's just going to be left here, and we're going to hop into this ice mining ship. So the Skiff, dirty. Woo-wee! Make sure it's all fitted up right, and looks like it. This, which we will be putting these fits up on EWB, probably not today, but that will be something that I'll be doing. These are 69,000 EHP, high yield. You can get a lot more EHP out of a Skiff, but it's just kind of the balance between tank and production. So this will, without boosts, it's each one is, so it'd be with two of them be what, 37.5 seconds that I get one block every 37.5 seconds. So about that, that's without boosts. You're going to want to use these with boosts because you can get quite significant boosts for these. Stupid question, can a Venture mine ice? I think that a Venture can, but an alpha character can't. We'll test that when we're doing this theory crafting stuff. So yeah, we'll test that, but it has a very small hold. Its hold is only 5,000, so you could only get 5 blocks of ice, and you can't do. Yeah, an alpha can't mine ice, but using a Venture for ice mining, I don't think is a very good idea. So because you can't eject them as fast as you could mine them. But we'll look at that and find out. Yeah. So, all right. Now, set the destination on this one. And it looks like we're going to have to go through Udema. So, these are not cheap either, these ships. This is 333 million. This is why we're going to go save that other fleet of them I have. I have another fleet of them. Well, let's, oh, and this is one of the rare Rosa Dawn skins, too. So we'll do the clean ship. So, yeah, the Rosa Dawn's pretty rare.
Warp drive active.
Docking here. Yeah, so in Wormhole space, the Venture is awesome for gas mining. That's where it really excels.
Warp drive active.
I think these are pretty cool looking ships. Should probably put a load strike skin on this so you guys can see it. I wonder if I have one on it already. Nope, I don't. That's what we got in our giveaway for the monthly in the store. Some load strike skins. Prospect can have a cloak. It's most efficient for ice mining. Is that the one that 15K?
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
How fast is this to line? 10 seconds. All right. This, by the way, the shielding on this too is regenerative, as opposed to you could get higher EHP, but it's regenerative for when the rats are pinging on you. Can't fit ice harvesters on a Venture. All right. Yeah, well, we'll play with that, because that's going to be the first ship that we start out with on the theory crafting is going to be the Venture. And we're going to see all the different ways we can do a Venture. So, Tradums, thank you for the support. I appreciate it.
Warp drive active.
Okay, as soon as I get, I've got two of these that that I'm warping here at the same time. I actually got a lot of stuff going on here. You can see more of it. And when we get one of these to the system,
Warp drive active.
then actually I'm going to put both of these into orcas, and then we're also going to be bringing out, I have a cheetah, which is going to be for, we're moving the cheetah into Solitude, and we're doing that so that it can find us a high-sec to high-sec hole, because I have 8 skiffs plus a bunch of other stuff to bring out of there. And it might actually take a few days to find a high-sec to high-sec hole, but I will be able to scan all of them down in there, all of the high-sec holes in Solitude, and find something going through. So when it appears, I'll find it. Yeah, I don't think that the endurance and prospect are any good for mining ice. Maybe a null, something like that. I don't know. Wormhole space, it's not a good fit.
Drive active.
Low sec offers glare crust, so it's a good high profit opportunity. Well, that's interesting. Hadn't thought about that. Yeah, that could be something to look at. Glare crust is about 830 to 860,000 per block raw. Or no, wait, that's refined value. And so, you know, but still in a prospect or something, you're still looking at 15 of those in one. Still looking at trips back, and so you're looking at you know, making 7 million per trip, something like that. Depends on how fast you could do it. So those trips back and forth would kill you. And in low sec is probably the worst space, the most hostile space that there is. So that could be interesting though. If you had a station to drop off at, we should look at that. We should look and see what whether or not there are any low sec ice around, and we could build cheap ships and go out there and we just offload into stations. So hopefully a station that has compression so that you can bring in like a DST and haul it all out really easy. Hello, Brian. These guys are both in the same system at the moment. Obviously, the Skiff's flying faster than the Orca. Skiffs look pretty cool, but they're a lot of work, a lot of clicking involved. Brian, you're thinking about what you should make for lunch, but it's like dinner time there, right? You're like 7 hours ahead of me, and it's 11:20 in the morning here. It's almost 5 p.m. So we're only, oh. Yeah, it's still dinner time. Early dinner time, but it's dinner time.
Warp drive active.
It's trying to make us hungry. No bacon in the house. Ugh. My dad bought some really thick bacon. He cooked it up on the stove. It was really good. But I was thinking, I should barbecue that.
Warp drive active.
So many ships flying around, so many different places. There's a lot to be said about keeping everything in the same location. These guys, though, they were in Wormhole space, these two guys I'm flying. And together, along with one other character, casually made, over a period of about 2 weeks, about 3 billion in Wormhole space. And, you know, it was pretty good.
Warp drive
I
active.
enjoyed it. How long will it take phone hardware to get to the point where you can play Eve on them? It's already here, buddy. The Stadia that Google showed, it can be any game because the horsepower happens on the server side and not on the player side. Basically just streaming it to you, and now that we can stream, like, you know, 1080p video to our phones, like, really easy, you know, a good 1080p stream of gameplay. It's like what you guys are watching on Twitch, you know, it's good enough to play.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
So I've been mining this co-site. I don't know, about 15 million worth of it so far. It's not the highest value stuff in the world, but it's, you know, good stuff here. Hey, this guy is nearly there.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
People are Xing up in the Discord Moon Miners channel. Yeah, well, they should probably go to the in-game channel. I forgot we even had a Moon Miners channel. It was requested in Discord. I don't ever use it, but several people requested it, so we made it. But I don't ever use it.
Warp drive
Yeah, I forgot about that. Somebody said yesterday that they had X'd up in Discord and they were waiting for an invite. Just had to get them into the game. Maybe we should put in the message of the day spot in there about that they, when they X up for fleet, actually needs to be in the game. Swedish Bikini Team. Hello, welcome.
warp drive active.
Alright, so this guy with the skiff is about to get their orca and start doing some mining. This will also be the character that we do the theory crafting on for mining. I know it doesn't say that I have any mastery on these things, but in the areas that it really matters, which is the amount that can be harvested, this guy has perfect skills, or gal. And so we'll be starting today with the venture. But we're gonna get her mining, and then we got another ship, the other orca that's flying in. That one is not a moon miner setup. You'll notice actually, if you look at this one, there are no mining drones on this one because this is a wormhole setup, and so but it does have like Sister's probe launcher and cloak and all kinds of other stuff.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
What does the orca do in a wormhole? It takes the place of a station. It operates as a base for refitting ships, repairing ships, dropping off loot, picking up more ammo, all of that. We'll be getting into that a lot next month, actually. This month we're going to focus a little bit more on mining, but that's part of what it does in there. It supports mining,
User
but in
rock.
a very different way than what was what you would think of for the ship. Angel of Death, thank you for 8 months as a sub. All right, there is 80 gold. Everybody here in your honor. Thank you, thank you. Almost got both these guys back. And then I'm going to be doing some mining, and then we are going to take a ship to Solitude, and we're going to try and find a high-sec to high-sec wormhole from Solitude to save a bunch of skiffs.
Docking permission request drive. Docking request accepted.
All right. So here is one of my orcas. This one should be full moon mining. All right, it is the full moon mining setup. All right, I'm gonna step away for just a moment. Be right back, everybody.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Right back. The Maniac. Thank you for following. Welcome.
Warp drive active.
Okay, that guy docked up. Let's take this guy out some more. Very dirty ship here. Oh, there's ice in here too. Let's go check out the ice.
Warp drive active.
Gontor, no crowfall today. We tried crowfall already. I actually ended up having some really bad technical problems and my system crashed hard, in fact. And
Docking
so,
permission requested. Docking request accepted.
yeah. My FPS was really low, like 19 to 20. I just had a really hard time. I just am gonna fail this one campaign in there. Okay, so here is this ship. Nothing in the bay, but it still is reporting almost completely full. There it goes. Hey, we'll see. This other one is heading out to the ice field right now. See what that looks like. Actually, it's almost all gone. All right. It's actually only a couple of ships out here. That's probably been there since server up. With this few ships out here. Yeah. All right. So I happen to know that there is some at 8:19. No, 6:4. That's 7:4. Oh, that's the wrong one. 8:19. I was right the first time. My goodness, can't hardly find anything. Maybe I should put these in alphabetical order.
Warp drive active.
Not sure what's all there, but I saw some stuff there. Looks like some jaspit and crocite. There was some arcanor there, but I think it's all pretty much gone. All right, swarping over there. Swarp this guy over there too.
Warp drive active.
Okay, and then we're going to bring up the character that's got scanning stuff, and we are headed over to Solitude. I used to have a big mining operation over there. It'd actually be... I should probably look and see what all stuff I've got over there, because I might have a lot of stuff there. And I should transfer it all over to one character and get all that shit out of there. So much combat in this game? Oh yeah, there's a lot of combat. Doesn't have to be, but there is a lot of combat in this game. We're focusing a lot on industry today, but when I head over to Solitude, I may have some unintended combat. It's very possible.
Warp drive active.
Right, so this guy is warping down in there. Make sure that wherever you guys are mining, that you do tip the station owners. Keep them happy. Want them to stay happy. Keep pulling this stuff for them, for us. Alright, looks like Jaspit's about the best that's left here at the moment. Jaspit's what I'll start working on. Right, that one's mining. Okay. Now this one. More Jaspit. All right.
You, sir, rock.
Nick Slater. So, let's see here, Nick. Looks like brand new sub. All right. So, okay. I had too many windows open here. Here we go. All right, Nick, I'm going to hook you up. So thank you for subbing, supporting the show. There is 1,000 gold to you. Spend that however you want. Dungeon raids, dancers, or the Space Prince. Everybody get up for Nick Slater. Because of them, another 10 gold to everybody here in their honor. So thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Excellent. You're watching on YouTube, but you sub on Twitch. All right, that works. I appreciate it. Okay. This guy can keep doing his thing. And
welcome to the Dragons.
Bring up this character here. Nick, thanks for the follow. And then Mayor, thank you for the follow as well. All right, so this is a cheetah. It's like a probe, but a Tech 2 version, and it is very specifically designed for fast scanning, and it is so it doesn't have very high EHP. In fact, it's pretty low, and it really can't afford to get caught or nothing. If it does, well, you know, it does. And so going to, this is a ship that, even though it's a little bit expensive, I can afford to lose it if you know, if I die trying to get in there. Alright, so I'm going to make this gauntlet run here that is through Null with this ship. It's pretty fast. It's not the fastest, but it's pretty fast. There's bubbles in here too, so we're going to be doing a little bouncing off of planets and such. Dual Universe, Dami? Yes, we're going to be involved in Dual Universe. I've actually been talking with them. So, I believe we will be in Dual Universe, waiting though for soft launch. Okay, so.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Here we go. Wish me luck, everybody. This is kind of a risky. There's only 2 ways into Solitude from high sec. There is a third one, I believe, that comes through Null. But either way, you have to go through Null. So, when is Dual Universe soft launch? Maybe the end of the year. Maybe into next year. I'm not 100% sure.
Warp drive active.
Definitely be using the cloak, but when we're in Null, there very well could be bubbles in here. So, and this can't fly through bubbles. To Maiden, thank you for following. Welcome. There are some people in here. So, let's see. I don't have any bookmarks. I'm making some as I go through.
Drive active.
Now, the reason for warping to a planet and then warping to the gate is that there could be bubbles at the gate. They don't typically bubble everywhere around a gate, so you want to come in at an angle that is not direct line between gate to gate. No bubbles. This one and the last one, Null connection, are probably the ones that are most likely to have bubbles, if some of them are bubbled.
Warp drive active.
I'm just making some safes for in the future if I come through. So, Dami, say halfway next year release. Definitely not this year. Yeah, okay. So.
Warp drive active.
Yep. I just hope it doesn't release at the same time as Crowfall. I got Crowfall coming up too. As long as they're not both at the same time. Oh, bouncing off of planets is also effective against smart bombers, yes. They also, since I do have a cloak, they don't see me coming. So, this one, well, I can go direct because there's nothing, there's no one in here.
Warp drive
But
active.
we'll go ahead and make a save for
Welcome to the
sometime in the
Dragons.
future when I'm coming back through. Just a rat targeting me.
Warp drive active.
This, by the way, is NPC null. It's not owned by any player corps or alliances.
Warp drive active.
Esco, thank you for following. Welcome.
Warp drive active.
As long as there's one person in here, you have to assume the worst.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
You've only been gas mining once. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do some gas mining together. This character here that's on the screen right here is probably gonna be the one that'll guide us in and out too. We're gonna have to figure out some distributed risk model. Okay, Hecate and Flycatcher. Okay, so here we go.
Warp drive active.
Oh shit, am I going back through that bubble? Okay. Alright, so yeah, they were trying to catch people there. But what I did was I was able to start burning out, turn on my cloak, change my angle, and then go get to warp. So they couldn't catch me in time. They were trying. So I'm warping back to the safe, and then I'm gonna peek at this other gate. Yeah, they were on the wrong side. Via, thank you, support.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Sly Wester, thank you for sub on YouTube. Okay.
Warp drive active.
So we're gonna go get close to this gate. I don't know what it looks like at this gate. It's very possible that it's camped. Good thing I'm able to cloak. It's not camped at all. Alright. Very good. Okay. So get some distance here from it and then warp in. All right. So I went out this morning. We had a community garage sale this morning. And I went out this morning to go look at some of the stuff. And ended up at the house of one of the police officer who recognized me whenever I got swatted. And he's like, "Oh, hey, how's the live streaming going?" I'm like, "How do we know each other?" He was the guy in the picture waving to the camera. What did we buy? So, bought a nightstand, bought a bunch of silverware, bought some plates and some dishes, bought a crock pot, and my wife got a whole set of books that's like $400 worth of books, all hardbacks, fantasy books. About $400 worth retail, and she ended up spending $100 on that. So. Okay, I am far enough away now. Oh, hey, there's an Astero. Where's he at? Why is he exposed? Is he trying to make himself bait or something? The other side, they could still have stuff to try and catch people on the other side, but they won't have bubbles. They would see me as I went through if he's with them. See, oh, there's another Astero down there. Okay, he just warped off. Does this guy give chase? Oh, he's still not moving. Comes a capsule. Now's a good time to go through.
Warp drive active.
If there is something, a camp on the other side of some sort, then oh, the other guy didn't go through. Oh, he warped off. He warped to this gate and then warped away. I wonder if he just got popped. Alright, well, we'll find out. It's just me in here. Alright. No sweat.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so now this is Solitude. I'll bring up the map here in just a second, and I'll show it to you, and I'll show you why it's special, and what my mission is here. And what did y'all said to do? Set up Athenor and Agal. Well, that's one of the things we talked about. Want to join Corp, dual universe. Just call me Dominic. Yeah, haven't gotten to that point yet. But, alright, thanks for the offer. Okay, we are in HiSec. And so, let me just move on here. We'll bring up a map. Okay, so Solitude is HiSec, but it's special because it is a HiSec pocket. And so you can see here that that you have to either come up through this way, through Null, or you have to come through this way, which also, I believe, well, maybe does that take you through Null? Maybe that's all low sec. Yeah, it's all low sec. But either way, you're going through dangerous areas. Look at this area down here. That's interesting. It's so far away from everything, though. Wow. Yeah. All right. So this is I don't know how many high sec systems there are in here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan all of them. I have a fleet in here, and it's a fleet of skiffs, and so I want to get them out of here. I used to have orcas and skiffs and other stuff in here, and I should probably run JEV assets and see again what stuff is in here, who's got stuff in here, and transfer it all out. I know that there's a bunch of loot in here and stuff. I actually had high-sec operations in here for a while where I was living in here, and I had a dozen characters in here. So the video keeps freezing. I'm actually not showing any errors on my end. So yeah, it must be on the Twitch end. So anyway, that is what my goal is in here. And so here's what that's what I want to do. I'm going to go, let's see here, set destination there, and then I'm going to go destination, waypoint here, and then waypoint here. Oh, is this not connected right here? I kind of thought that was connected right there. So if that's the case, we can remove these two waypoints. Alright, so there's the whole thing. Let's check on this guy. Alright, he just ran out. Oh, he's got another one right next to him. Oh, well, it looks like somebody's mining on that, though. Alright, I'll leave it alone. We'll go down to that one. Okay, so that covers all of the high-sec spots. So what we're going to be looking for is a very special type of wormhole. We're going to look for high-sec to high-sec. And that's what I'm going to wait for, because if it will allow for a freighter to come through, I'm bringing in freighters. If it is smaller, then I will probably fly each ship out individually and maybe bring a DST down to get any loot out of here. So I don't know how much stuff I've got here, in all honesty. This character probably doesn't have anything in here. So that's really weird. Because previous search. Because I'm like, I'm in that ship though. How can it be 9 jumps away? So. Okay. So we're going to start scanning stuff here and looking for one of those special high-sec to high-sec. Oh, it's right on top of that. Why did I set up here back in the day? Well, because I wanted to mine in high-sec and be left alone. I wanted to mine ice, and there's 2 ice fields in here. And so I mined several billion worth of ice. I'm probably not even going to go look at the wormholes unless they say they go to high-sec. If they say they go to low-sec, then I suppose I could check that, because we could fly the stuff out of here, and then if they're one jump away from high-sec, then that would be okay. But I don't want to jump a freighter into low-sec to go through a wormhole to come into here.
Warp drive active.
Wouldn't it be awesome if we got lucky right on the first time? I mean, I'm gonna have to get shit out here really quick if we find something. But it all depends on what type of hole it is and everything. I could get a freighter stuck in here too. It's K-162, that's into this area, not out of. And unknown parts of space. So we're not even going to look at that one. Okay, we've scanned all that down. Just go to the next system.
Warp drive active.
We don't need to scan that the rest of the way down. We're not going to do any relic sites out here or anything like that. Oh hey, we should do a giveaway. So, exclamation point giveaway in chat. And the giveaway, we've got 2 things. You can get in on this. This is not what we're going to draw on right now. You get in on the load strike skins. And then, but you want in on the 110 Plex here? No, it's not 110 Plex. It's Alpha and Meteor pack. We're going to give away the Alpha pack first. And so I'll give you all a few minutes to get in on that. It's worth about $5. Comes from our store. And so... good luck to everybody. We set a timer for 5 minutes so that I remember. Set timer 5 minutes.
All right, 5 minutes. Starting now.
Data site, we can ignore that. Let's go for this one.
Welcome to the Dragons.
This, by the way, this is my strongest scanning ship I have out of all my characters fleet. Actually, I have one other character that could scan stronger, but it's my Marquee Dragon character, and the problem is I get too much aggro if people want to kill me. So, because I'm #1 bounty on that character, so... Kellor, thank you for following. Welcome. Okay, so there's a wormhole. We'll go warp to that and take a look.
Warp drive active.
C971. The B274 I know is to high sec, but I don't know what this is. Unknown parts of space. All right. No good. I mean, it would be good if that's what we were looking for, but we're not. Another wormhole. Okay, let's go check out that wormhole.
Warp drive active.
And then we have one more here. And this is an R934. Unknown parts of space. That's what we're going to see most often. Okay, and that's a relic. Okay, that's everything in here.
Warp drive active.
What's so nice is when we come back through, this stuff will already be scanned. It'll already have names on it. Stuff. It used to be back in the old days, you had to remember what was what because you left the system and all of your scan results left with you. I mean, they just got left behind and they just were never found again. It's not like they traveled with you.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Alright. It's a relic site. Let's go look at the other one here. Alright, good thing I set that alarm. Because I forgot already about doing the drawing. Alright, so if you're just now hearing about the drawing, you're like, well, I didn't get in. Well, you can still get in, and you'll be in for the meteor pack portion. But right now we're going to draw on the alpha. Archlight, thank you for the follow, and 2Caffeinated, thank you for the support. Alright. So if you are the winner, I will read off whatever message you put in there. And if you didn't put a name in there with it, then I'll read your real first name and just last initial so that you remain anonymous. But you still know who you are. And then everybody will also be in for the next giveaway, which will be the meteor pack. So. This, if you're the winner, you'll receive the code via email. It'll be a reply to the email that you got confirming your entry. And so, all right, this is for the Alpha Pack, which has some Plex in it. It has a couple of Alpha injectors and some ship skins. And if you're Omega and can't use the Alpha injectors, sell them at Jita. They're like 60 million a pop or so. All right. So, Daryl Sharker on Twitch. Says thank you for the streams. Well, thank you to Real Sharker. All right. So check your email. Find that contained within. Excellent. Okay, and then the next drawing. If you got in on the alpha one, you're in on the next one. And I see the question here: how do you get in on it? Exclamation point giveaway. Follow that link. Got to have an account in our store. Add the giveaway items to your cart. They are free. Checkout. It won't charge you anything. It's a free checkout. And then it'll send you an email confirming. So, and if you have to take off before we draw, no sweat, because it will, if you win, I'll send it to your email. Okay, heading on to the next system. We looked at everything there. It's just combat site, relic site. Several sites in here. Actually, one of the things about there's another little tip here. When searching for stuff that has high-sec connections, you always want to search from within high-sec because you're more likely to find them there. But then also, given that this is such a small area, it's what 15 or so systems. I wanted to come in here, and I braved going through Null and everything to get here because scanning from this side to out to any other high-sec location that's not a high-sec island would be much easier than doing it a different way. There's a ton of combat sites in here. There's even these are medium-level combat sites. Somebody's been doing a lot of combat sites in here. So, God, all of them got identified except for one. The stronger your scanning is, the better you can do on stuff like that. And that's really what I'm just looking for, wormholes. So all that other stuff, you know. Oh yes, and put your game name, YouTube name, Twitch name, whatever name you want me to read off when you win in that white box whenever you enter in. Another relic site. Well, for somebody who's doing exploration out here, they would like it, I suppose.
Warp drive active.
Ton of sites in this spot. Okay, so this stuff is, well, there's 2 new signatures in here. How about that? All right. Seeing the other ones that were, you know, partially identified, they're still there, but there's apparently 2 new signatures in here. We're gonna have to get lucky to actually find a high-sec to high-sec hole. You don't see them very often. You see maybe 1 out of 50 or so. I guess odds are in here that there's enough systems that we should be able to find one. But it's not guaranteed. I may not find this today. And I'll just leave this guy parked out here If I don't find any today, then tomorrow I'll search again. Logging off, it does forget what you've looked at before. Found one just now. Gosh, this thing's being hard to scan down. Yeah, high sec to high sec is kind of rare. It's always nice when you can find them when they're big.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Paul Wilkes, thank you for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate it. It seems to be, it feels like it's moving around a bit. Is mining one of my favorite activities, dude? It's a great passive activity. I have other stuff that's more fun, but it's great passive activity for, you know, when
Active.
you know, the accounts aren't being used for other stuff, and it makes money, which then in turn gives you more ability for doing some of the other stuff. You know, I always have a goal of making like 2 billion a day so that I can lose 2 billion a day and not even think twice about it. I've made 2 billion in a day before, but it's not a regular thing. And look at all these signatures in here. All right. They're all bunched up too. Might be able to get a bunch of hits right off the bat. So, mining is good and passive the way we have it set up. Wormhole. All right. At least 2 wormholes to check out in here.
Warp drive active.
Flying to 1 wormhole here. K162 I think equals exit. So it's spawned in the other on the other side of it. But it'll still tell us unknown parts of space. Okay, it goes to J space. We don't want it. Okay, here is the next one.
Warp drive
To that.
active.
Check out our next things. combat site, gas site. So I'll work on these now. Did we check both the wormholes? Damn, now all of a sudden I don't remember. Unknown part space. Yeah, I'll just warp over to this other one just in case I...
Warp drive active.
Right. What the heck was that? The K-162. Show info. Unknown part space. Right. So... these signatures here. A little bit of trouble with it. I am, how far away am I? Got another 36 days of training on this to get to the point where I can put in Tech 2 enhancement stuff. Oh, and I should put black glass in this character too, now that I'm thinking about it. They're really expensive, but maybe that would be a good idea if this is what I'm using them for, and just move them out of this if I'm going to use this character for combat, because this is also a combat character. Hello, two cats yelling. Okay, relic. Okay, so this is the last one here. Is it? That one's a gas site. Gas in high sec is really not worth very much. Don't get too excited about it. Relic site. Alright. That's all of them. On to the next system.
Warp drive active.
Another one that's finished. All the sites are taken up. Oh, it's 100 away. Site it is. I think it's close. Josh, thank you. Oh, that's right. This one has a cloak on it. That's why it's taking so long to scan up. Oh, and there's nothing in this system. Alright, so we just move on.
Warp drive active.
One site in here. It's part of the deal too with doing high sec is that you'll have that, you know, most of the stuff like relics and data sites and stuff like that, people will have scanned those down and done them, removing them from the field. Less things to scan down, the quicker you can find wormholes. They're going to find what ores are the best. Let's see, what's the site called?
Warp drive active.
Cerlitus. I don't know if I have this linked anywhere, do I? I don't know. There, I put a link in chat. It's kind of a empty area out here too. See, I'm the only one in here. Another reason why I was working out here. And I figured that I would jump freighter stuff out, but jump freightering is, well, you know, I've done a lot of it. It's kind of stressful because you're taking a ship that's 10 billion-esque, and then you're putting, you know, another couple billion or even 5 or 10 billion worth of stuff in it and flying it. And think of the losses getting ganked on that. Wormhole. This one. Let me scan down this one.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Gallium, thank you for following. Welcome. It's combat site. Unknown parts of space. Okay. We're gonna have to get pretty lucky to find this hole that we're looking for. The odds are against us that we'll find it during this show. May have to look again tomorrow. Combat site. Oh wait, here's a wormhole. Did that like just appear or something?
Drive
Check that one out.
Welcome to the Dragons.
How'd I come up with the name Marky Dragon? Well, the dragon name comes from being a member of the Ultima Dragons. You had dragon to your last name when you become a member of the group. That was many, many years ago. And then Marky, my name's Marcus, and my youngest brother was trying to insult me, the unknown parts of space, by calling me Marky. And then first time I played a game where it asked for my character name and I put in Marcus, and I kept playing as Marcus, and I just thought, well, that's really weird. Next time I decided, hey, let's use a different name. What do I want to be? Well, then Marky. And that's where it started. Pleasure Dome, thank you for following. Welcome. This ship is a cheetah. It is a Minmatar scanning ship. Or exploration ship. Tier 2. Protected.
Warp drive active.
I think I have this one. No, I have not put this one on Eve Workbench yet. I've been really kind of putting stuff on as I reach high mastery in them so that the fit is as high level as it can be. So this one, I have 3 items in it that I have 36 days of training before I'll get in it. And then right now I have 128 scan points, and I'm hoping to get 135 to 140 when I'm done. It'd be nice. And the more scan power you have, the quicker you get the sites. You don't need to be as focused on them to still resolve them and everything. So.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Jacob, thanks for the sub on YouTube. Man's brother helped me, yeah. He was trying to insult me. It's kind of funny. I don't know if I've ever told him that story. He'd probably be like, oh, just the kind of person he is. I don't talk to him very often. We live on opposite sides of the country. Data site. Blah.
Warp drive active.
If we already have meteor pack on the other one and you win, can you still claim the prize? The answer is no. The Alpha, Meteor, Star, and Galaxy packs are 1 redemption per account. So, if that's the case, if you can't use it, then, I mean, you could give it to a friend in game and tell them to give you the Plex and the skins off of it or something like that. The Meteor has 30 days of Mega Time in it. But yeah, you wouldn't be able to redeem it twice, or you could start another account and but you'll have 30 days of Mega Time on it, whatnot. That's one of the things about those. It's because they're such a good deal. If you haven't applied the Meteor, Star, and Galaxy packs to your accounts, you really should look at doing that, because it is in fact a really good bang for the buck, and you want to do that if you're paying for your accounts. So we've already been through these before. You can see they're already, even though I didn't scan them all the way down, I know what type of sites they are. Okay, we have 2 new signatures in here since I was here last. See, they do pop up.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. You, sir, rock. I'll send some extra bitches your way. Of course, that's after I'm done with them.
Damn, I didn't read all of that. Okay, so that was a $20 tip, which thank you very much, and I'll look that up to see what it said. The text on that was so small. Oh my god. Apparently, the more you write, the smaller the text is. Who knew? Let's see here. The goat, tipping 20 bucks. So thank you for that. It's going to go on the show fund. And so that there, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Update that show fund. And then always love the show. You're the reason I started playing Eve again. Last night I was trying to do sleeper relic sites. My Stratios had difficult time killing the rats. Is there a better ship I could use? Oh, so sleepers and Stratios, you would think that it would be a good combination, except the problem is that the sleepers attack the hell out of your drones, and so you get a hell of a lot of drone aggro. If you can fly like a Tengu or something like that, that you could set up a Tengu to with the mobile depot, so that you have your really good high reps with a Tengu when you're not when you're fighting, because you need that, and because they'll newt you and everything. The bigger sites, you can get 80-90 million blue loot off of those sites, by the way. So it's a lot. And then you use Mobile Depot to swap out modules so that you can, put in your hacking or data module. You'll find, though, that you made much more money off of the blue loot than you did off of actually hacking it. So, I've been doing those in a Tengu, but also I've used a Paladin, which is huge. That's a huge ship to be using. Not necessarily recommendable if you are day tripping the Wormhole. If you live in the Wormhole, then it'd be a different story.
Drive active.
So, and thank you for those 20 bucks. I appreciate it. That was through YouTube, I believe. I think. Was it through YouTube? Shit. I don't know. Alright, so let me just assume maybe it wasn't. Might have the donation link on both YouTube and Twitch. I actually don't remember. So let me hand everybody in honor 20 bucks from the goat. 2,000 gold, everybody here on Twitch, in their honor. So thank you. Silence Day Drive, thank you for following, welcome. Signatures detected. Okay, I tried to get right in between both of them, but obviously that wasn't a good plan. So my guys are all still mining, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them out here mining. making some money. Combat site, okay. I probably can't get the black glass implants out here in this space. I just find myself wishing that I had more and more scan strength so I can just really own this and, you know, get it done quicker, be more efficient. Because I am looking for a needle in a haystack. I'm looking for what I believe to be is about 1 out of 50. Not it. Alright. Hey, I am stepping away for just a moment. I'll be right back, everybody. All right. So, still mining out here. Looks like we're starting to get doubled up on these. I mean, that's just what happens when you start running out. There's another big public one. I think it's public 6 that'll pop in. I don't know. It's about 4 or 5 hours in a gall, and it'll be a big one. So, do I know that there's an alien ship in my backyard? There ain't no alien ship back there. I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right. Going on to the next system. I'd really love it if we find something. look at all them signatures. Holy cow. There are a lot of signatures in here. Look at that. Combat, data, relic, wormhole. The stronger my strength is, the more often I can do that quickly. And just scan a bunch at one time and at least get the names on them. That
Drive active.
while we are looking at some of these others here. Okay, 162 means it originates on the other side. And unknown parts of space. All right. Well, we found another wormhole, so we'll start checking that one. That one. Well, we
Warp drive active.
scan down these next signatures. Seems to me it's like 10 wormholes in one system. That's kind of a lot. Usually it's 1 or 2. I've seen a lot before. An R943. Unknown parts of space. Right. Combat site. Gosh, another relic site. One left. This would be a good place for somebody who's in like an Astero doing sites and stuff. I think you'd be able to get a lot of relic sites out here. Yeah, there's a lot of signatures, especially for high sec. This is a lot of signatures. In wormhole space, this would be kind of average, but for high sec, it's a lot.
You, sir, rock.
Jimmy Lib, another relic site. All right, thank you for that support. 40 gold to everybody here in your honor, Jimmy. Appreciate it. So that was everything in there.
Warp drive active.
The whole title of this show is like rescue these skiffs, and I haven't even found the pathway to rescue them yet. We're certainly not going to take them out through Null. If they see skiffs going through there, those guys who are camping, they'll be hot on my tail. Nothing. Well, feast or famine. Guess that's how it is. Because the last one had a lot, so this one, of course, has to have nothing. That's fine. There's 4 more. A lot of times what I do, I'll just throw them out right away, hit 8 AU, just scan. You don't even have to have the map up. A lot of times I'll start getting hits on stuff. And then you've, done the first step on some of them. So, look at that. All of them are there. Okay. I also, I want to look at other ships and stuff for scanning strength and bonuses. I do want to find the ultimate scanning ship for strength, which I think might be a Stratios, but you wouldn't want to take a Stratios in and out of sights. You want something that's a lot cheaper. Stratios would just be too big and too expensive. My jump gate mouse pad. This one. Yep. Still have it, still use it. Believe it or not, the mouse pad that I use on my laptop seriously is 20 years old. More than 20 years old. So.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Gnosis? You're saying a Gnosis has the highest scan strength? I'm not sure I believe that, but that's an interesting statement. So I have like plus 50% to probes? Not highest, yeah. Oh, high align time and mini mid slots. Cheap. Yeah, so you might be able to put in those other items. Yeah, thought. Yeah. You could load it up with like rapid missiles or something. Rapid lights. Yeah, and an afterburner.
Active.
So you can fight your way back to a hole. And a cloak. Yeah. It's an interesting thought. It is about speed too. You definitely want speed. Unknown parts of space. Not so exciting. Usually that's what I'm looking for. But even right here, if I found a J0, then I'd have to get a ship in here to park in it, and getting them through Null up into here would be, because I have to get a character up in here, would be just a little bit of a chore. So it's like, okay, well, maybe I'm just not going to worry about it, So that's why I'm not even going into these seeing if they are J0s, even though I've been looking for those. I've found 3 of them, and I've parked characters in them so far. Combat site. Like, what's a desolate site? But name of a combat site. All right. I've never done one called desolate site, but Arctic Tyler, hello. Hey, another wormhole. All right.
Warp drive active.
Okay, that was everything in there. Yeah, you can tell by the colors what these are too. I know some of them. If it's red, then I believe that'll be to high sec. But
Warp drive
and then
active.
it's a race. If we find this, it's a race to get stuff through it before the hole closes. And it's possible that if I bring in a freighter to move this stuff, that if I bring in a freighter to move this stuff, that, you know, I could cause the hole to collapse behind me and could stick myself here in this high-sec island, and then I'll be stuck here with a freighter until I can find another high-sec hole. Ooh, look at all these to scan down too. There's also an ice field in here. Just a couple of them, I think. If I remember right. There's at least one. Might be 2. I was manufacturing fuel blocks in here too and everything. That's part of why I had the fleet in here, and I brought all warships in too. I actually brought a jump freighter in, but then I built them all in here. Combat gas. Right. Yeah, scan array and other stuff. I have some of them in this fit here. They're all Tech 1 versions. I got 36 days more training, and I can move these all to Tech 2, which I want to do. And so and I'm probably gonna embark on a, you know, little hunt to find out the highest scan power ship possible, and then backtrack down from there for maneuverability and durability and stuff to find a really good balance. This one right here is not bad. I mean, this is a Tech 2 exploration ship, so it has, you know, pretty good bonuses on things. Let's see here. 10% bonus to core and combat probe. So if I were to use like an Astero, though, I might be able to get higher. But I also have 3 slots free in here. With the Astero, I'd only have 2. If I wanted propulsion on it, which I really think I do. Yeah, eventually I will end up at my recommendation for the best scanning ship. Right now, I don't know yet. My buddy Brian, who was, I don't know if he's still here, but he was, tried out a pacifier. Said he really didn't like it. Amazon, I think. I don't know, it was delivery. Unmarked white van. Amok, thank you for the follow, welcome. Come on. This one's actually being a little bit difficult to scan. Are you scanning implants? No, I haven't been, and I was thinking about that maybe I want to do that as well. But I'm out here in an area of space where I had to fly through Null to get here, and so for this particular project I'm not going to be able to do that, but maybe once I'm out of here, then I can add that, because I do a lot of scanning with this character. That's this character's primary function at the moment. And I do want to spend some time figuring out what better ship I can use for scanning. I've got 128 scan power right now. I think I can get it up to about 135 to 140 with 36 more days of skill training. So I might just wait to rebuild until, you know, to look at things until I've got those two things done. So, oh, he's been a fan of the magnet? Yeah. See a lot of those. Yeah, so I think I will put expensive implants in and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna spend $1.5 billion, $2 billion on those implants. That they're really expensive. But you know, and then if I die, it's really gonna suck. But I'll just, you know, cost of business, right? Okay, I got them all. Not a single wormhole in here.
Warp drive active.
I do have one character that's got perfect scanning skills, but it's my Marquee Dragon character. And because he's got such a high bounty and everything, I get attacked even in high sec and people thinking, oh, maybe I can one-shot him even though I'm going to lose $500 million on this ship that I'm in, but maybe I can get lucky and kill him and have that badge of honor. It happens sometimes. Gizzard, thank you for following. Welcome. Wormhole. All right. Yeah, I wish it was like 1 in 50 systems that I went to that I'd find one of these, but it's really more like odds of 1 in 50 wormholes, and I have not been finding one per system. I think I'm a bit less than that.
warp drive active.
You don't have to pull your probes back in. If you go through a gate or wormhole, they'll come back in. But if you dock up, they'll stay out there. And then after an hour, they'll disappear. So I just, unknown parts of space. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, so we have like 4 more systems. And then I'd have to go through again just looking for new stuff that's popped up, but which there would be a few, but it's not going to be a lot. I'll be best off just searching again tomorrow. Harper Lewis, thank you for following. Welcome. But you got to put in the time doing all this scanning in order to find the stuff. Unless you got, you know, character in one of the big scanning corps, then maybe you could wait for something to pop up on a list. Which I do have one list here, but this list I'm waiting for Thera Hole to J0. I have a character that I'll log in and put him in to the J0 as soon as I see one. Nothing. In game, we are doing a skiff rescue. Oh yes, what's happening in game? Yeah, I'm trying to find a wormhole that's high sec to high sec to get these skiffs out of this high sec island. That's what's happening. We haven't even gotten to that point yet. We gotta find the path. And it's possible that we're not gonna be successful today. Got this system and 3 more. If we don't find what we're looking for, then this project is done for the day. It'll get a fail. I mean, it's not really a failure. I mean, you know, this is the only way to do this stuff, to find this. It just may take more than today to get it done. Yep, I'm looking for a high-sec hole out of Solitude. Yep. And then I got a fleet of skiffs in here. Get them out, plus some loot. There is some loot stuff in here. I figure that a hole that's high sec to high sec is about 1 in 50 wormholes. And then we'll have a chance that it'll show up that it could go to another high sec island. And if that's the case, well, that's no good. It has to be to the main area high sec. Gnosis has a 37.5% bonus to probe strength. Really? I didn't know that. Yeah, we might end up looking at that. I'm using a cheetah right now. 128 scan strength. I'd love to get up into like the 150 range or above. You think it's only 20%? I think 20% is way high. I think it's 2%. That's what I think. I think it's around 2%.
Warp drive active.
I'm wanting to scan fast, but we also need to be able to move fast and everything. Have some agility or be really cheap or something like that. A Gnosis, you know, doesn't have to be too expensive. And then the Gnosis has all those mid slots where you can put in the boosters. Okay, we were already in this one. Uh-oh.
Warp drive
So we don't have
active.
as many to go as we thought. This character also racially is Minmatar, and so it's where she's put all of her skill points in. And so it is part of why I'm in a cheetah. I don't even know if she can fly in a Stero. Nope. 37.5 core and combat probe strength. Pretty nice. This the cheetah is 10% per skill level. I don't know if there's any other ships here that would have scanning. You know, like strategic cruiser. And 9% reduction in scan probe launcher CPU requirements. And this is, well, all right. So I'm getting a bigger bonus off of this because this is a roll bonus of 37.5 on the Astero, whereas the cheetah here is 10% per level. So I'm getting a 50% bonus off of this. This one is also roll bonus of 37.5, and this one is roll bonus of 50%.
Dragons love gold, treasure, and of course, dollar bills.
Nick just tipped $5.62. A little bit of an odd amount, but maybe there's currency conversion there. So, so $5.62. All right. There's 562 gold, everybody in Twitch chat, although I think Nick is from YouTube. And then take another $5 off onto the show fund. So thank you. I appreciate that, Nick. I appreciate the support. So we do have Wormhole here. And the Gnosis, I wonder if the Gnosis is a roll bonus as well. Let's look it up. Yeah, 37.5. Yeah, I still think that I get more out of this, possibly, so... Yeah, I might be on the right track here. The only thing might be is that, you know, could Galante or Amar or something like that have more than a 10% per level on one of them? I don't know. So...
Warp drive active.
Unknown parts of space. We haven't even found anything to low sec. Everything has been to J space. Every single thing we found has been to J space. It's conspiracy, I tell you. Must be a conspiracy. Get this guy mining some more. Okay, we're headed into the last system. Very last one. What's J-Space? J-Space is deep wormhole space. So, a wormhole can lead to high sec, null sec, low sec, and then J-Space. And J-Space is only accessible through a wormhole. There's no gates to any of it. There are some wormholes that are only accessible via other wormholes. They don't have any high sec, low sec, or null sec connections. Those are super deep. At least not static connections. They can have connections randomly appear from time to time. Tomorrow I'll find 3. All I need is 1. Combat, combat. All right. Combat. Uh-oh. This is our last and best hope. Oh, combat. We're done on that. There's just nothing more to scan on those. Sucks. All right. Well, we shall dock her up.
Drive active.
Well, so, I mean, I could go through and see if any new signatures popped up, but I think we're just going to call that portion good at the moment. Because we're going to have to fly a lot more systems to find
Docking
anything new.
Requested. Docking request
And
accepted.
so probably what I'll do is I'll just check that tomorrow. And so this one going offline. Okay, so we're still out mining. Still got a lot of mining going on. And I got 6 miners happening right now. If I log on another client, I could have 7 on that other one. But I don't know. It'd be just a little bit of mining. Let's swap these characters around here. And let's start talking ship fits. very specifically starting with the Venture. And so the Venture here is the starting line of doing mining. It's also what alphas can fly. It's the easiest mining ship to get into. And let's see what I got here for ventures. Looks like I have 2 fittings here. So alpha gas, but yet there's something I can't use, so it's obviously, oh, electronic warfare 1. Can an alpha use electronic warfare 1? Oh, it's because of this right here. This ECM. Yeah. This one's, yeah, I'd rather change that over to like a P90. So this is an alpha gas huffer, and I'd rather change these over to P90 scanners with the ECCM in them. I think that would be a lot better. And these are small gravity capacitor upgrades. These are for increase ship's scan probe strength. What is the strength here? It's 68. Really, you can get away with 50. Get away with 50. The worst thing is really being scanned down by someone using combat probes, which is why you would put some other stuff in them. So let's start. We're keeping this on the cheap. Well, this is 3.5 million, so all right, I would say that's cheap. Okay, so Tech 1, gas cloud harvesters. We're going to pull this out, though. And we're going to pull this out. And that still leaves us with 66 points. This is for a quick alignment out. One nice thing about the Venture is that it has a bonus that it has +2 warp core strength. And so in order it's harder for someone to scram you, catch you and scram you. No, so we're not going to target an ECM jammer. That's not what we're using. We're not using an ECM jammer. We're going to use a F90.
Oh, nice. Dragons love gold, treasure, and of course, dollar bills.
SDK Frig with $10 tip there. Thank you very much. There is another 1,000 gold to everybody here in SDK Frig's honor, and then another $10 on the show fund. So thank you. I really appreciate it. The next thing that's going to go on the show fund is Eve Vegas. So that'd be just like hotel airfare, and so I will be at Eve Vegas this year, and so I don't know how much that's going to be yet. Actually, I was going to order the hotel the other morning, and I just didn't do it. So, got to get that done. And then airfare, I have to start looking at that. I don't know how much it is yet. So, but one nice thing about going to Vegas is the fact of it's cheap flights to Vegas. So. All right, so we're going to put two of these modules in. 2 of them will make us invisible to most people. They have to have really strong scan strength. And then we are going to put in ECCM scripts. And what this does is it reduces our targeting points, which brings us down to it's harder to combat scan it. So we did this with a Heron, which we did for the Wormhole sitters, and we put 4 of them in, and at 4 of them it was an insane amount of targeting points, and it made it very, very difficult to target. And so at 4 of them, no one was able to do it. At 3 of them, we had 1 person that was able to do it, and they spent, I don't know how much they spent on their ship, but they got all of the scanning implants, which was, 1.6 billion or something like that, on top of a really fantastic scanning ship and everything. And so this is right here a poor man's or an alpha cloak. Given that you have 2 spots here and you need some sort of probe launcher, then you don't have space for a cloak. So this will at least help with combat probes. It won't help if they scan down the site that you're on and then they go and land at it and see you there. They're still going to be able to target you. I think it might take them a little longer to target you. I don't know. I have to test that. But from the description, that's kind of what it sounds like. But they're still going to be able to target you. And and then with this off, yeah. And so that would be stable. And this right here is what is going to be my recommended alpha alpha gas ship. So we are going to be taking fleets in of these, and so we're gonna do that as a group, and we'll have some combat ships to clear out the stuff. We should all be able to scan at least at a minimum. Any of you who are wanting to do this, it's probably going to be next month that we're doing this, so you got a little bit of time to skill up. Under scanning, you probably want like astrometric pinpointing 3, astrometrics 3, and astrometric range finding 3. So getting all 3 of those to 3, you can do that, each one of them in about a day, so it'd be like 3 days. You don't need archaeology, you don't need hacking, you don't need astrometric acquisition, and so you need astrometrics, you need like 3. So so maybe 4 days of scanning. It's not too much, or 4 days of training. It's not too much. And because you want like at least 50 scan points, you can put something insane like put a Sisters probe launcher in here and Sisters probes to get your scan points up or your sensor strength up, but that just adds a hell of a lot to the cost of the ship. This right here, 3.5 million. So you can't go wrong with this. 3.5 million on this. Let's see here. I got to find another thing to mine here. Before I save this. So these are not ECM bursts, though. These are different.
Oh, nice. Dragons love gold, treasure, and of course, dollar bills.
Nick, with the $5.62 again. Thank you, thank you. All right. All right, we're gonna add that onto everything here too. So, let's see here.
Welcome to the Dragons.
And Kaka Yazono, thank you for sub on YouTube. All right, so Nick did $5.62 again, And there's 562 gold to everybody here in Twitch chat, and then another $5 off of that. So, thank you for those tips. I appreciate it. Okay. So. And these are cheap ships, so if you lose it, so what? Your gas that you huffed will be more valuable than your ship. You will pay off this ship in one load. It'll be more than paid off in one load. So, all right. So this is Alpha Gas ECCM. Okay, so let's post this up on the site as well. So I'll check here, see if J0's popped up. Nope. All right. So all right, I see more fittings up here. This is great. Okay, import new fitting. Why is this different? This isn't it. Oh, it's just got the wrong name because I didn't load up the new one. Yep, and it has very low requirements. All right. Yeah, this is a Wormhole ship. Okay. So there it is. And so this is on the Eve workbench now. And so you guys can grab that fit. It's this is the alpha version. We'll make another version for Omega that probably be around the 10 million range, and so let's see. You're talking about drones as well. Well, the key is if you get caught, you're gonna get popped. So you don't want to get caught at all with this. This only has 1,000 DHP. So You get one shot. If you're caught, you're dead. Yeah, that's the way it is on this one. But it's cheap. 3.5 million. I mean, you know, and just get out of there, you know. So this is another one I've been using, and this one is 10 million. This one I suppose we could add the ECCM to it. I've been using it with a cloak, and I suppose that you could use this, but you got to have a support ship in there with you. You can't. You can't. Yeah, we'll figure this one up another day, I think. So we got our first fit done today. I'm happy about that. All right, I'm just looking at all my guys that are mining here. All of these places are just about out of ore. There is Public 5, which or Public 6 in a Gaul that will be tonight. You can see if these guys are all full. Phil says you sir rock. Thank you. All right, so I think that we're gonna call things good for the day. We do have a drawing, so give you all a few minutes to get in on that. Exclamation point giveaway. And go to our site, go to the giveaway section, which will drop you there on the giveaway link that's there. Got to make sure you're logged into our store, and then check out this with the Alpha and Meteor Pack for free. Include your name in here, your game name, Twitch name, YouTube name, whatever name you want me to read off when you win. Add to your cart, check out for free. And then we will draw that in a few minutes. So let's take where's he at? He's in another system. All right, let's take this guy off of here. Let's go look at Public 6, which I think pops today. I think it's not for a couple hours.
You, sir, rock.
Dante, thank you so much for subbing. Let's hook you up. So thank you.
Welcome to the Dragons.
All right, there's 1,000 gold to you.
Welcome.
Spend that however you want. Dungeon raids, Dancers of the Space Prince. Everybody give it up for Dante. Because of them, another 10 gold to everybody here in their honor. So thank you. I appreciate it. Kazrith and Isaac, thank you for follows. Now let's go warp over here to this and see what we see. There also should be within the next hour. I think an ice field will show up. Yeah, probably about an hour from now, an ice field will show up. And there'll be ice in a Gaul as well, for those of you that mine ice. that's really close. But it hasn't gone yellow beam yet. Let's see what their stuff says here. So, mineable every 4th Saturday from last cycle. It's close, so I know it's that. This has Nice, Cocyte, Arcanor, and Proxiers. It's a nice moon. So, and I think it's a couple hours. The beam shows up. When it changes to a yellow beam, it's green right now. When it changes to a yellow beam, then it'll pop within the next 3 hours. These people don't ever seem to be here when they pop. I don't know why that is. Or, I mean, they don't seem to ever be here to pop it manually, but they continue to run them. And by the way, wherever you're mining today, make sure you tip the stations 10 to 20%. If it's really crap that you're mining off of them, 10%. If it's really good stuff, 20%. And because we want to keep them happy and invested in doing more polls for us to mine. And they're not, most of them are not doing it for money making. Hopefully they are out there mining their own stuff as well, making the money. But they're being generous with us. So, especially the ones that list that they're public. There's others that say, you know, go someplace else and mine, you know, mine here and die, and, you know, like, we not welcome, stuff like that. Well, it's not their ore until it's in their holds, but you know, who needs that kind of aggro anyway? So, all right. Okay, we should be good enough here to do this draw. And this is for the meteor pack. Comes from our store. It's worth about $15. It has 30 days of game time. It has what is it? 160 plex, I think, and then also has some ship skins. So it's a nice little package. And if you put in your, I'll read off whatever name you put in. If you didn't put in any name, then I'll read off your real first name and just last initial, so that you remain anonymous, but you still know who you are when you hear your name. And right, and then it'll be sent to the winner via email. Okay, congratulations goes to, and they say keep it, keep it up. Corellis D. You are the winner. So there you go. You can check your email. And all right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out today. We're gonna next show will be Tuesday. And if all goes well, you'll have a newsletter from me on Shosendar on Monday with another promotion thing that we've got going on. And so hopefully that all works out well. And Shosendar, okay, we're ending the show with Shosendar and 1,500 bits. Saying loves the show. There's 1,500 gold. Everybody here in Shosendar's honor. And so another $15 on the show fund. It's dwindling down. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And so catch you all in a couple days. Have a great rest of your weekend.